What's going on, everybody? This is part 9 for those who are following my process. So let me get you caught up if you haven't watched my videos in a while, or you're just tuning in. I suggest you watch the other ones, but little rundown. I applied for my carry permit. I do have a reason why I applied for my carry permit. The police department was very nice. They did their due diligence in investigating it. It took less than a month for them to complete the investigation. They mailed me my letter of denial, which I kind of figured would happen, though I believe I have a reason that's good enough. But anyway, still was denied. In that letter, the chief had mentioned a couple things that were less than desirable, I guess, because of his wording. He said, I'm driving, so I can't read it, but I'll paraphrase, that I do not have any disabilities, nor do I have any disqualifiers whatsoever that would keep me from getting a carry permit. However, he said that he was not convinced on my reason was that my reason was good enough. So, so I just at the bottom he's like, if you want to discuss with me further, or if you have any pertinent informations that you could add to this, I would be open to listening to you, and I may change my mind. Or you can send a letter to the judge and ask for an appeal hearing. So I really didn't have that much to add, because my packet was pretty thick of information, with witness letters and everything else, and he still denied me. So I just decided to go right to the judge. The judge letter that I sent to the judge was very short, saying that though I respect the police department and my chief, I disagree with his point, and I am officially requesting a hearing, and I sent my check. So that said, I had to send a copy of that to my chief, so he was aware that I was appealing. I guess a couple weeks go by, and just a few days ago, I get a packet in the mail. Pretty thick one at that. So I open it up, and inside is my application, along with all my supporting documents, along with the letter that I sent my chief, the letter that I sent the judge, but it also included all the investigation notes that the detectives who investigated my application, that was in there as well, which was pretty cool, I guess. I got to see everybody that they interviewed, what they asked, what their answers were, and then a sheet that had, some things check boxes, I passed with flying colors, if that's what you want to call it. But then the other thing hidden in all those documents, I mean, the packet was like that thick, was a letter from the chief to the judge. Sorry about the light. That letter was basically the same letter I got from him, but just more detailed. And in that letter, I don't know if he did it on purpose, because he seems to be a really friendly chief. My police department's pretty cool. I mean, he got my purchase permit in 8 days. So I mean, he seems really pretty cool. So I don't know if he did it on purpose, left the door open for me, or he's just shooting himself in the foot. I don't know if it was intentional or what. But in this letter, 3 times he talks about the fact that I'm not disqualified, I don't have any disabilities, I meet all the requirements, both in proficiency and in safety. He recognizes and sympathizes with the reason that I indicated, right? So he understands the reason why I applied. But, all in this process, he's pretty much talking me up like it's a good thing. And then goes, however, in my opinion, is his quote, in my opinion. He's using his personal opinion, his personal belief, not what the law says or what the administrative code says. He's saying, in my opinion, that my reason is a generalized fear. Well, first off, it's not a generalized fear, because that fear that I need the self-defense, not everybody has it because of a particular person. It's unique to me and my family. So it's not just a general fear that I think I need to protect myself. So that's out the window. 2, he uses or quotes that there is other victims, in quotation marks, in our community that do not live in fear and don't think they need to arm themselves. So he's comparing me to other people. How does Billy Bob somewhere over there have anything to do with me? If he was a victim of a robbery and got stuck up at gunpoint and he doesn't fear that might happen to him again, that's on him. It has nothing to do with me, and vice versa. So what does, or Mary, how can he say that Mary, who was raped at gunpoint, I'm just making names up, some lady named Mary who lives in our community who may have been raped at gunpoint, how does he know that she doesn't live in fear every day and that she doesn't want to arm herself? Because that's a bunch of crock. He told me point blank, in 11 years, only 2 people applied for their carry permits, and both of them were police officers. So the real thing is that people don't apply. I've said this in my earlier videos. People just don't apply. It's very rare that people do. And so you can't say that they don't fear a daily, they don't have fear daily and they don't feel that they need to arm themselves. They probably do, but the hassle of trying to go through and get a permit is so hard. It's overburdensome. It's costly if you can't afford it. I mean, I really can't afford it. That's why I don't have a lawyer, but I'm still fighting for my rights. So throw that out the window. He can't use that. That's not facts. That's his opinion. Again, his opinion. Now, on top of that, okay, he's saying that another line in his thing talks about that it's more of a public safety concern when citizens have the ability to carry. Well, first off, a paragraph before that, he goes in detail and says, due to my previous military experience, and quotes my DD-214 as proof, along with supplied documents proving my proficiency and safe handling of a firearm, he proved that I'm qualified in both proficiency and safety, but yet says it's a public safety issue when citizens have the ability to carry. So which is it? Are you saying that I'm proficient and qualified and I'm safety conscious, but yet I'm still not good enough to carry because it poses a threat to other people? That's bogus, because that alone has already been ruled at the Supreme Court that a constitutional right and or a civil right cannot be abridged, okay? Cannot be abridged due to public safety concerns. So just because people may be scared doesn't mean I lose my constitutional right. It's already been ruled on. Not only that, there's been cases like the McDonald case and the Heller case that really kind of throws his ability to deny me on a case-by-case basis. I don't really know. I don't want to get too much into, case law or nothing like that. But thanks to Jay, shout out to Jay, who does a lot of research in case law. With his help, I was able to put together a 19-page document that counters the chief's letter that he sent to the judge. And there was no intention of me getting that letter, I guess, but due to transparency, that letter was sent to me, and I guess if you want to call it a rebuttal or a legal document, I don't know what you want to call it, but my return or my answer, my rebuttal document is being mailed to the judge as we speak, or in the mail, I should say, as we speak, to the judge, along with a short letter describing why I am sending him this document, and then a document will speak for itself. It is very detailed, very laid out in a professional manner, and basically shoots down, with case law, the chief's his reason for one, on denying me, and two, his ability to approve or deny anyone on a case-by-case basis, per Heller. So that's where we are right now. I'm supposed to have court on November 15th. But I am sure that date's going to be pushed back once he receives my documentation. Because if he's doing due diligence, he will research what I put in this document, or I should say what Jay helped me put in this document. Really, if he is as pro-gun of a judge as they say he is, and he has common sense, there should be no doubt that I should get my carry permit. However, he is a Democrat judge, and I really don't know his full standing. All I know is that though he is Democrat, out of all the judges in all the counties in New Jersey, from others who have applied, he does seem to be the most pro-gun out of all of them. That he seems to lean toward giving you a carry permit if you can prove you actually have a good enough reason. And no, don't get me wrong, because people they really don't know what is a good enough reason, but I was told that he gave a veterinarian, a on-call large animal vet, like a veterinarian that takes care of cows and horses and stuff like that, to where, not cats, nothing like that, but large animals. He's on call 24/7 because of the drugs and things that he carries with him, and the fact that he's on call 24 hours a day, that this judge granted a carry permit to this vet. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I think my reason is way more of a reason than that. I mean, shoot, get a lockbox truck, lock all the meds up, you know. I can see New Jersey, if it was anywhere else other than the county I live in, I can see them saying that there's other reasonable means that he could do. Because you're not supposed to get a carry permit unless that's your last option. So, well, anyway, until next time, peace.